taking all the tier 1s and tier 2s, I would guess by about their 35-minute marker. And Navi looking to end this game probably by about 45 to 55 minutes. Any later, and I feel like HellRaisers will actually start making the comeback and control the game. But we'll see how the flow goes.
Yeah, I'm predicting HellRaisers. I'm going to say HellRaisers win this game just because of their lineup, and I do agree they have the better late game. And this could be bad.
Yeah, a great start or a bad start for HellRaisers. Whoa, Artis actually, he's going to have to pop the doppelganger here. It's the first target jumped over to the right. They're trying to get as much damage, but they're spreading it too much. They could have gone for Vanscore. Oh, Sineko, the last nuke. Oh my god, it did get him. I thought he was going to live.
No.
But the nuke's too strong for the Skywrath Mage, and they get that extra kill, first blood. I guess Artis had planned that out, knowing that they don't have the Sables on Navi. He kind of put himself out there and said, oh, go ahead, you know, attack me. I have Doppelganger. You're not going to be able to chain stun me down. I'll easily be able to get out, which allows the rest of HR to actually press forward aggressively and look for that kill on one of the squishy supports, which they do get. So first play goes to them, and perhaps the bounty runes as well. Avost is going to be challenged here for this bottom rune. Quickly blinks himself away. It will be a bounty rune for the Phoenix. That is so nice to get. And Tinker will get the other bounty rune. So definitely a great start for HellRaisers here in the laning phase.
Yep. And, well, we see, I mean, you can see Sonico going mid lane here after his first blood. He has boots already to start off with, and that just goes to show you he's just running for his life, but his team basically killed him because of the Arc Knightings. It's really funny to watch. But yeah, with this Phoenix picking that up, and not the Vinge not being down here yet, this might be his fast level 2, and that's really what he needs. And we saw Tree get Leech Seed first. That's a big problem too. And well, if this keeps happening, Cap, I might have to you know, sneak out of here. You know, Kappa.
Right. I'm sure there's. It's not possible. It's not possible. All right, so. I'd tell him to break a leg, but he'd probably do it literally. Alright, so HellRaisers, mid lane matchup, Tinker versus Templar Assassin. It's not that terrible for the Tinker, right? He just is constantly going to laser up Dendi, which forces him to miss some last hits. Should allow Apo later on, level 3 and 4, to spam out a lot of marching machines. This should be a pretty even matchup in my mind, CS-wise.
Yeah.
Even though Apo's taking a lot of harassment, Denny's doing a great job positioning his side blades to get that extra bit of harassment onto Apo. As you can see, he's dropping quite low. Has his bottle on the way, though, and as soon as he gets that, should be fine. But maybe Sineko coming in for the big play is going to be able to stun up Apo to start with, easily getting the second kill of the game. Navi evening it up 1-1. At least the courier didn't get picked off. That's the one thing that you can really say. Oh, I thought he had bottle coming in, but that's just healing potion there for the Tinker.
Yeah, he's not doing too well this mid lane, and they have the near bottle. Just gets on top lane.
Treant Protector ends up falling without the well, it looks like he even did have living armor, but wasn't enough to save him against the heavy nukes and harassment of both Goddamn and Dread. Bit surprised that he dies there. I mean, I suppose the Phantom Lancer does have that slow, but between the Skywrath Mage and the Zeus is just primarily harassment damage and not really a whole lot of, you know, quick kill power in lane.
Alright, then he got a DD rune here. This mid lane's lost. He has boots now too. This is Tinker's, yeah, he's done for. Done.
This is the nightmare. Surprised he hasn't even started out spamming out March of the Machines, putting those 2 levels into it now. It's not like you're really going to get a heat-seeking missile opportunity, not up against a Templar Assassin. It would be super rare to see that.
Right.
So Apo rapidly losing control of this game and could be dying again here. Sineko's going to go for the dive. Will stun up Apo. The TP in is not going to be fast enough. Might get the return kill. In fact, yeah. Sineko, the potion is our bottle, not going to be enough. So at least Skywrath Mage gets something out of that. But at this rate, Skywrath is going to have to, well, hell. It's going to have to pop concussive shot. I'm not sure why Dread is just staying here. Denny almost got a good right click on him, and with Skywrath Mage starting out with no armor, that double damage is going to hurt a lot.
And, well, are they stacking anything for Tinker to come back in this game? No. And another pause. So this is just easy 1-2 kills, and I mean, Sonico's coming back here, gonna get the smoke off, and with no laser, this should be AFO going down again.
Yep.
It's very unfortunate for him, and
He shut down the Tinker over and over again, and Tinker doesn't really have the same recovery as, say, an SF does. Laser comes out, Dendy gonna be stalled up, and he can't actually go for the kill anymore. It took them long enough.
lane. Oh, Phobos going down. Dread on a killing spree.
Artez finds another one. So even if AFO is being kind of shut out by the constant rotations and just the general domination by Dendy, it is still HellRaisers who are finding some extra kills around the map. Seems like the Phoenix is doing pretty well for himself at level 3. 4 minutes in, not too bad. You compare that to DK Phobos, who's obviously playing his lane a lot more aggressively. He is level 4, but then again, the Phoenix hasn't died yet.
Yeah, and you see the Tinker going back for the boots here. He doesn't even have a bottle yet. That's how hard he's getting pressured out of this lane. And, well, at least with all the rotations, it does give Gork at least a good time in the off lane. But if we see Dandy snowballing this game, that could be a very bad
Red. They're trying to get him, actually, it's going to be the Templar Assassin Illusion that could claim the kill as the lead sees slowly but surely, and it is Dendy with an Illusion. Gets the kill onto the Skywrath Mage. Again, the lack of armor definitely put the Skywrath Mage very exposed to all that physical damage.
That's just not even right. That's not even fair. And AFO, man, he's feeling the pain in this mid lane.
Oh, bottom. Bottom. Jump away by Goretz. He is fine and will actually get some return damage on Animage, so.
Oh, actually, AA could be going down here and they don't have anything.
I think Avos just goes on a Dread. I'm not sure if Dread can really commit to this when he's going to try. He needs, yep, just that last right click was enough. And Avos can't get the return kill onto the Skywrath Mage without any disables.
Yeah, if he was level 6, he would have gotten the kill onto Skywrath, but he's still only 5.5. So we're gonna see Zeus taking over the mid lane here, and well, Tinker's gonna be stacking, doing jungle. He's on jungle duty for a while here. Forced to go back to base. He's even got rearm at level 6. That's the hard life he's living right now.
Yeah, they have at least stacked up the jungle a little bit. Oh no, Phoenix gets picked off in the bottom lane. They didn't even use a mana void for that. Oh dear. So the rotation from Sineko does end up finding him. Fortified 6 minutes in. Kills all around the map. Keep on missing him. But at this point, I'm thinking Tinker, I mean, he's doing pretty good in CS if you actually look. 16-5 compared to like how many times he's been shut down by Sineko's rotations. He's died twice. He's been ganked 3 or 4 times. You know, he should be really floundering in CS, but he's actually, you know, getting something. And if he can make a recovery by a full-time jungle, supports really need to finish stacking for him, though. He's got to have some big triple or quad stacks. That's always the difficulty, is getting to that first Boots of Travel and Blink Dagger. After that point in time, the Tinker is sort of fine and self-sustaining, but...
If he can take the enemy stacks, if they can find a way to get into the jungle and really go, and they have a lot of stacks on Navi's side, so if they scout this out with maybe an Invis rune or put some aggressive wards up, he could take them really easy before... I mean, I don't think Dindy's going to be doing them. They're going to just save it for Havos Battle Fury, most likely. And that could be... Dindy's still not using his minus.
Goretz gets a bit low, but will be able to make the dive away. The invisibility from Sineko, not quite good enough.
Better it be no.
So the Phoenix still keeping in pace here with the Tree Protector. They do have double pulls that the Tree Protector is probably going to try and interrupt. Oh, Goretz almost dies there as the blink forward from Havos. He tried to go for the mana void, but the Phoenix had enough mana to survive through that top lane. DK Phobos is going to be run down by Artez and Dread. And the last couple of nukes, living armor or no, it's more than enough to get the kill.
Well, Phobos now has his Vlad, if that's what he wishes to get. He's got 1,900 gold. I don't think you go for Radiance, but at this rate, it seems like he's saving for it or something. And I don't know, I just think Navi are just going to be able to outgreed right now. They have the Midas already up on the TA, and they're just stacking. Let's see if Benji gets a stack. Yeah, Another stack. Nope, no, it didn't stack. That's kind of weird.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Yeah,
under
either way,
attack.
they do have ample opportunities to farm up the jungle. Middle lane, slowed down by the trap. Nice play, making sure that the Ancient Apparition isn't run down. Dendi, as you can see, has actually been jungling full time. Didn't even go back there. He's going to be bottle crowing to make sure he can continue jungling, giving Vanscore the opportunity to get his level 6 a little bit faster. Goretz, though, he's actually found this hard camp. This is huge.
Dindy's coming over though.
Boy, this is going to be a bit close. Goretz, he's not going to get his level 6, I don't think, in time.
Oh no.
Dendi sees him, and now Goretz is left kind of, what do I do? Navi doesn't actually know that he doesn't have Icarus dive. Dendi, calm down. He sees Goretz. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, Goretz. Oh no, he's going to be found by Dendi, easily claiming the kill, and now we'll clean up the stack as well. Nice try by Goretz, but the damage over time from that Fire Spirits just wasn't enough to clear through the camp fast enough. If you gotten his level 6, that could have been different. But now Goddamn's going to be run down by Dendi as well. There's going to be an additional kill at this rate as opposed. Jeez, just 2 shots, the Zeus. Dendi, with all that extra damage out from Belt and the refraction, easily claims another kill.
And there goes all the EXP to him.
And now Goretz, well, he's gone up to the Ancient Apparition, but he's put himself in a bad position where he can now be stunned up, slowed down by the Leech Seed, and he's probably going to go down as well. He gets off a good Fire Spirits, continuing to try and run and stay ahead of these 2 supports, but with the trap slowing him down, Dendi's here. Goretz will fall again, 6-6, and gets the last right click, finally does manage to get the kill. 7-6 now for Navi. Link on the bottom lane, HR, Dread backing himself up away from Hovos. They're just desperately trying to get that little bit extra experience so they can finally have kill power. The Phoenix getting his ultimate, the Skywrath Mage also needing that Mystic Flare. Even the Zeus, it needs his ultimate in hands. HR just being trounced right now by Navi's superior experience lead.
And then he just picked up a Haster with a Yasha. Now he's using it and got him. Should be dead here. They don't really have... No. They don't really have any stuns to stop Dendi. They're going to have to rely on this Diffusal Blade and speaking of mid lane... Well, he didn't use his trap. There it goes though.
They silence him to make sure he can't melt strike. That's not going to do much to stop Dendi's rank clicks. They will try and catch up still. Goretz trying to run him down. They also have the rocket with a little bit extra damage, but still he's got a refraction up. And the haste lasts more than long enough for him to get out. So another successful pickoff for Dendi as he is just destroying this game right now. Artez is trying to claim this top tier 1 tower, but DK Phobos is making it quite difficult for him with all of the living armor spam.
You know, one thing to note is, too, before those stacks, they had Apo Ninja, he picked up the rune, regen rune, and he decided to just go back to his jungle instead of trying to go take that stack from the enemy jungle. Maybe you can see that coming back to bite them, because they did give over those free 2 kills and they still got the stack. They didn't could come back to bite them, but he's recovered nicely just staying in his jungle, Apo. He needs 300 more gold and he's going to have his spot. And... well, PL, soon with his Diffusal, that's going to be their time to put pressure. Hovos, though, now finishing up his Battle Fury, though. So, both teams, I would say their carries are doing fairly well. And it's just Dendi's just getting these too many kills right now for free.
Yeah, Navi, I also like the fact that they're rotating up to the top lane. We saw the Vengeful Spirit come top. Now, Dendi has also gone up there because if you look at that tier 1 tower, it was practically in deny range, and now it's already up to 900 HP. So that is a serious amount of missing gold on the side of HellRaisers that they just won't be able to claim unless they win some big team fight and 5-man down the tower. That living armor is just going to make things too difficult for them to get any tower bounty in their pockets.
Well, at least they are de-warding. They zapped two traps away from Dendi, and they got the ward from behind the tower. So they are lacking a little bit of vision here. And how's it looking? AA and Phoenix are both level 6. Thought they were going to go toe-to-toe down here. But I think there was... I don't know how Vanscore knew there was a rune being picked up. But he could be in trouble right here.
He's got to TP out if he really wants to. If he TPs right away, he should be fine. Vanscore, are you going to react fast enough? TP's out? Yeah, he's good. Oh, the Zeus ultimate, almost enough to finish him off. The Fire Spirits kill him inside of the fountain. The regen from the fountain wasn't enough. So they do get the kill primarily thanks to the ultimate of the Zeus, adding in that extra bit of burst damage. But if he TP'd out just a little bit faster, Vanscore would have survived.
All right, and there we go.
Radiant's
Boots
top
trap.
tower is under
So now,
attack.
oh, okay. We didn't talk about this too, man. You remember this tier 1 tower top, right? It was dead. Almost, it had like 10 or 20%
Yeah.
HP. Now it's at full. Oh,
I only said
fuck.
that like 2 minutes ago.
Well, I know, but I just noticed it again. It's just disgusting. I can't believe it happened.
I mean, the Phantom Lancer can eat through the living armor charges pretty quickly if he's got illusions out and he's already beating on that tower, but they rotated in order to push him back, giving the time for the living armor to heal the tower back up to full. And now, Train Protector, or rather the Phantom Lancer, is going to have to do it all over again. Navi now going to take this opportunity here to sneak in a Roshan. Yeah, bottom lane, Hevos actually take some damage. They're going to go for the dive here, but with living armor and the natural tankiness of the animator or some magic damage, he will survive. And it looks like Navi will successfully sneak in this this Roshan as well. Ancient Apparition, Ice Blast, it'll clip Goretz. They may try and go for the quick kill. He grabs the reach and they pop out of the pit, now trying to go for Goretz, who doesn't have enough mana. He's 2 mana short there of a
But top
supernova.
lane, they're going to be putting pressure on somebody's getting dive. Tree did go down up here. So, still not becoming
Radiant's
a way
top
ahead
tower
of
is
man.
under attack.
Yeah, hopefully they'll be able to at least claim this tower. They have to do some 4 or 5 manning in order to get towers. But if Navi wanted to, really think they could play defense here. 5 seconds till the Ice Blast is up, but nobody's rotating, nobody's keeping. The tower will be claimed by Phantom Lancer.
Yeah, it's been really impressive from AFO just coming back in this game. I mean, you can just say too that Navi, they're just playing the farm game themselves, and they didn't really put anybody in the jungle. Maybe we would like to see Phobos, putting pressure on him, but he was trying to save that tower top, so he really couldn't, they're just stalling for time. But now with Dindy almost having his Desolator up, and pressuring this.
They got Zaneko with another pick from the Phantom Lance, and then raw nukes of the Zeus. They're going to go back to middle lane, try and slow up Dendi as well.
I wonder if they need to go for Blink Dagger this game. I mean, you kind of need it against the Tinker. You want to get in as close as you can to him, and then immediately blow him up. So
Well,
maybe after this Desolo.
At the same time, maybe, yeah, like the Blink Dagger to the Deso, but the, I kind of like maybe just the raw fighting capability of Deso and maybe like straight BKB or something that allows them to just bully down towers. Like, that's another way. You can catch out the Tinker and try and kill him multiple times, or you could just keep all the lanes pushed and push down towers very rapidly. And if you can take out all the tier 1s and tier 2s, Tinker, I mean, even if he does have that Boots of Travel and Blink Dagger and some of those extra items, he's still going to have a hard time fighting farm. The rest of the team will as well. Goddamn, going to be found here by Havos. Quick cleanup for him.
Thou art damned.
As these poor intelligence heroes are just left to waste up against an anti-mage.
Yeah. It's just going to be really interesting, though, to see who wins this late game, AM or PL. I'm looking forward to it. As well as the Phoenix now. Gorg's just picking up his Midas, so that's good. But I'm with you. I think he does need a BKB just to team fight. But at the same time, how are they supposed to siege these towers when Tinker's using his Marshalary comes? Coming now, it might be a little bit too late. He doesn't have his Blink Dagger. Could be in trouble if he dodges the trap. Oh, he has a haste rune on Dindy though.
Dendi chases back the Tinker and will kill the incoming creep wave. Just make sure that the Tinker can't TP into the tier 1 tower again.
Radiant's bottom tower
They're just
is
basically
under
claiming the
attack.
tier 1. They're laying down the flag saying, you know what, Tinker, you can't come
Almost
back.
blinked in bottom lane aggressively. What's going down here?
Slowed down, another blink out. Fortunately, the low cooldown of Blink will allow him to survive, plus the living armor. Pretty much outdoing any of the damage of the Fire Spirit. So they do end up claiming that tier 1 middle tower. Looks like HR are going to try and claim the bottom tier 1, but it's hard with pretty much none of these heroes actually do an impressive amount of right-click damage. They're all hitting around 70. So it's pretty lack a Manta probably in about 4 or 5 minutes. All right, back. He's ready to go. Any other items? DK Phobos, of course, is going to go for that Aghanim Scepter. Already has the point booster and an Ogre Club as well. So he's getting there. But Navi have to make a decision. Do they want to defend this bottom tier 1 tower? Doesn't look like it. They're not going to try and force that fight. Instead, they're going to go for a tier 2 at top lane, where Dendi, with that freshly minted Desolator, is going to push it, as well as Amos pushing in the middle. If they can get 2 towers, or even just this middle tier 1, which is a really good controlling tower for the Tinker, it's pretty necessary to keep that one up for a while. If they can actually take that down, it'll still be a decent trade-off. Atho's going to go down top lane, falls again, godlike for Dendi. Not sure if he just TP'd in, thought he was going to be fine.
As he TP'd in, and you couldn't blink up. Outplayed, Tinker, outplayed.
So they will actually be able to get 2 towers. Tier 1 at the top lane, or the tier 2 rather, does get denied by the Phoenix. This middle tier 1 is also in deny range, but HellRaisers, with only Dread and Goddamn here, they're not going to be able to save it. So Navi building that net worth even more. 6,000 gold lead for them, 7,500 experience as they just keep on steamrolling all of these towers, thanks in part to the Desolator pickup of Dendi. He's going to be going BKB next time.
Yeah, I think that's a really big misplay. All for it's going to be dead here. But
has he gotten up a single supernova? No, I haven't seen it. Taneko's going to be blown up. Oh, the swap, and does that give him enough time for the living armor? I think it does. Skywrath Mage throws down the ultimate, does some damage, but not enough to a single target. Ice Blast in order to stop HR from diving in too deep. Supernova goes off, but
that was not a good
Navi were already backing up. They weren't going to turn around to deal with that egg at all.
I think that was a really big misplay coming in from Evo on the top lane, because we saw him TP bottom and then he went to the top. He could have already been set up for top lane to deep push it, and they lost that tier 2, then they lost that tier 1 mid. So I think it's kind of on him, and then getting picked off like that, you can't get picked off at this stage of the game as Tinker. And that's the most crucial thing, because you're trying to keep up farm with anti-mage and TA. 1 death sets you back about, I would say, 2,000-3,000 gold and a lot of map control, just because of how crucial these next few minutes are. I think just that hurts them a lot, and well, that Phoenix bought back there and then like 2 caps, so it's not looking good for HellRaisers right here.
No, it certainly doesn't look like a good game for HR fans, as this could be a quick 2-0 with the way Navi are leading right now. And this is actually the this match is one of the upper bracket semifinals. So whoever wins this will actually move on to one of the 2 different upper bracket finals, because there are multiple slots to ESL 1 Frankfurt. There are 2 different upper bracket finals. The winner of this will actually go and face on Alliance. So we could see Navi versus Alliance for the first upper bracket final. The other upper bracket final is also going to be determined today. It is going to be VP or Aces Polar, who moved on beating Ninjas in Pajamas earlier, and they are going to face the winner of tonight's second match, which is Empire versus Tinker.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to those games. We'll see who comes out ahead. They're still not out of it, HellRaisers, in this game, but they're definitely falling behind. Just because, yeah, PL definitely cannot keep up farm, and, you know, even Dendi's out farming Hibos just because he's 9-0. Already picking up a BKB, this is... Mamma mia.
Yeah, taking the record for the highest net worth in 20 minutes. Yeah, he's sitting at 700 gold per minute right now. Pretty insane farm for Dendi. That's what happens when you leave a Templar Assassin to do pretty much whatever she wants in that middle lane, and even allow her a really good start with multiple kills on the Tinker.
That was great rotations from Sonico earlier. Just setting up all this, just really well played from him. I think he's been definitely a standout last game with his Tuskar, and this game as well with his bench. He hasn't even had to save anybody yet. I mean, they don't even have disables from HellRaisers, but if they had some, I'm sure Sonico would be there just to swap them, so.
Right. Haste! Roshan is... Well, I haven't actually seen the timer, but the potential timer is going to come up now. 3 minutes, so a long Roshan. Not sure if that actually favors HellRaisers or not. I think the later Roshan is probably good for them, just because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Afo gets picked off bottom lane. They're going to go for Sineko, but they don't have stuns. TP out easily for Sineko. And while they push down or try to push down this tier 2 tower, Living Armor's creating problems. Navi will go ahead and take this middle tier 2 with Dendy's Desolate.
You know, it's like we're watching a game against a Bloodseeker, and there's just 5 Bloodseekers right now on HellRaiser's side. I don't understand how you win Dota games without having the singles done, but it's not the formula of this game, it's PvP.
Artez, well, they actually get the cold feet on the right one. Dendy is going to lock him down with a good melt strike on the right-hand side to get off the Supernova plus the overgrowth. And the stun will actually go off, but it's not enough to really force Navi back too much. They're still going to search for, try and get whatever pickoffs they can, but unfortunately, HR managed to all TP out. They do lose the Phantom Lancer in the process. Don't get that tier 2 tower, which is now going to be healed up by the Living Armor. HellRaiser scrambling for control in this match. Can't even get some towers.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing Havos spooling down this bottom lane, and yeah, they can't even kill him.
The attempt at a deny there, but the glyph goes out at the same time. Coming in. Oh, he's
not even scared.
No. I mean, we're going to see Yule Scepter for the Tinker, which does give you a lot more defensive capabilities, but it's still not the disable that you're really looking for.
Have it. I mean, he's 300 gold. He could get picked off right here, but he's not going to. And Tree, this is where I just say it's kind of like over for HellRaisers. They had a great time of shutting him down top lane 0-4 for Phobos, but he's been doing his job keeping towers alive, and with this being picked up, Ags now, I'm just not seeing any control coming out from HellRaiser. They're just gonna have to like defend their high ground, wait for Vos to get 6 slotted, wait for freaking Dendy to get 6 slotted.
Yeah, it's a pretty simple, straightforward process for Navi in this game. I'm not sure what the Yule Scepter is really gonna do for you too much on the Tinker. They do have a Manta that's coming up for Artez. I mean, he's the only one who's giving me hope for HellRaisers, and it's a very small hope. He's still 6k behind the Avos Animage and 7k behind Dendy's Templar Assassin. That's a good amount of AoE. Bottom lane, they find Banscore, but they can't actually even get that kill and just TP's out again. How many times have I said that phrase, TP's out, before they end up dying? Just Navi always having the...
You know, Dendy's about to go like 1v5 here.
Oh yeah, he really is. Dread, he moves a little bit to the right. Yeah, he wanted that melt strike. He isn't going to get it. Waits for the second melt strike and will two-shot the Skywrath Mage.
Yep. Dendy now picking up his Manta style. I wonder what his next item is. I don't know if he needs to go Butterfly for PO. He can't go Satanic because he has the Desolator. Oh, then the one shot.
Jesus.
Didn't even have time to dive.
He's hitting for 200 damage a hit already. Just, and that's not looking at mana break. So they're going to go for the second Aegis now.
What do you think Dendy gets here?
I don't know. Do you want to finish up the Manta on that? Are we looking at... Oh, you're already does have Jesus. MKB
too. Phobos could be picked out. Oh, he doesn't have mana for a TP. Good job, Phobos.
Yeah, Phobos does get picked off. At the same time, they get the Skywrath Mage in the middle lane. We saw that time. They do get another tier 2, and they're just going to keep on going. Almost like, whatever, I've got Manta, Battle Fury, plus a heart.
Like on the Tinker. Oh, he's got... What? Oh. He's not that manly.
Ice Blast.
So just blink on the Tinker and Manta. I guess he's just waiting for his mana void.
Trying to output as much damage onto the tower. Not worried about hero kills. Just raw objective gaming here.
This isn't Havos, man. This is not Havos.
Seneco's actually having to deal with the Phantom Lancer in the top lane. They're trying to go for that tier 2, but it looks like they'll be able to back off, defend that tier 2, and then heal it back up with the Living Armor. Problem is, there's just HR can't get into towers. They can't get that gold rolling in, and they're just going to fall farther and farther behind Navi. Especially as now some of the last tier 2 and tier 3 towers start falling.
Well, Dendy's getting it working. I was saying refresher, but I don't think it can be a refresher. I mean, what are you going to refresh? You could refresh your refraction, and no, that could...
You refresh BKB and Manta as well. Yeah, he's got refresher. All right, Card.
No!
A 6-slotted, 27.5-minute Templar Assassin with refresher.
That's kind of cool. I think refresher is the 6th item. I don't know if he could have gotten it next, but you always want to refresh the BKBs, as you're saying, in these games. Artez could be in trouble here. I lied.
Yeah, they don't have anybody really looking for this kill. He's just pushing back the lane. He's taking a decent amount of defusal. Affo, he's just got to be so aggressive with his blinks. He doesn't really have an option. He can't afford to let Navi claim map control. So he's got to sit in these situations where he could easily be blinking into an Ice Blast, into a Wave of Terror out from that Vengeful Spirit. Bottom lane, Hobos. Well, again, they don't have any control, so what really are they going to do? You'll scepter him forever? That's one play.
That's the play.
Yeah. They get like one hit from Artez, burn some mana, heal scepter, and then just rinse and repeat that until he runs out of mana.
Well, didn't he put the minus back in her?
Top lane, they're going to go for the kill on Vanscore. This will be a quick and easy pickup. Goddamn, he pops the ultimate, which finishes off the Ancient Apparition, but also sees Dendy's rotations and from their own jumping.
Well, they are holding out, you know, a little bit here and there. And, well, Avos is going for the butterfly. I thought he might go for the abyssal, but that'll probably be his next item of choice. And, well, he's still not getting a BKB, so the laser still supplies the mischance. You still have the advanced lines are going to be burning his mana. Yeah, you also have these annoying fire spirit burns. So him not going a BKB is nice, so he can get the heart. So he can always just constantly keep coming back, because there's really no way they can kill him. But not having the BKB, yeah, he's not going to be outputting as much DPS. He's going to have mana problems, attack speed problems. I don't know if I would like to see him go BKB still. Do you think it's necessary? I don't think it's really necessary.
I think when you're this far ahead, like BKB is one of those items that you kind of like maybe need to go in the mid game if the game is pretty close, but if you're way far out ahead, I don't think it's necessary. You get other items to tank up. And now, the attempt at a push in from Navi. Most doesn't really care too much about the market machine. Swings forward, easily gets that range Rex, and gets rid of the silence as well. Dendy popping his own BKB in order to deal with the melee racks, and HellRaisers, well, they may push back and defend their melee racks for a little while, but I just see that eventually Navi won't have an issue with HellRaisers at all. On top of that, they've yet to get themselves a gem or a hatchet on the side of HellRaisers, so all the while this is going on, DK Phobos is getting more vision on
Dire's top tower is under
all
attack.
sides of the forest.
And they still don't have the... And they can always do this flip push. They have no stunts to stop the enemy base, and then go back in.
Goretz gets swapped in. They do get the kill onto Sineko, but Hamos just took out the Tinker quite easily. Back over to the middle lane. Ice Blast catches Fred. Well, actually, Force Staff will help him survive, but goddamn, instead becomes a victim. Oh, the missed percentage dance there from the laser. That 100% works out to their favor. They do end up getting the Zeus anyway with that Ice Blast. Navi will now focus on the top lane, and HellRaisers are just showing, hey, they've got nothing. It's 31 minutes into this game. We were talking about them taking control in like 60 minutes. But Navi farmed up so quickly that they managed to get a 6-slotted Templar Assassin practically by the 31-minute marker. And pretty much the same goes for the damage.
Yeah, it's just not looking good. I don't know what it comes down to. Probably the lack of stuns, I would say, is the biggest fault of HellRaisers this game, and just allowing Denny to do whatever he wants middle. But BKB, he still hasn't even popped his refresher on Denny. I mean, that's just how far ahead. He doesn't even need to be scared at all.
I mean, drafting-wise, when it comes down to control, there is none for HellRaisers. And if the Tinker is shut down, which not a threat, like if we shut down the Tinker, there's nothing to happen. Supernova goes off, quickly cleared up by Dendy and Avos. They now turn on to goddamn, quickly wiped out by a Melstrike. Affo is trying to defend with March of the Machines, but Dendy and Avos just don't really care. They've got more than enough stats to deal with that measly points of damage. Alpha will fall. Double kill beyond Godlike Spree for Denny, and there it is. HellRaisers finally call it 2-0. Navi will move on to the upper bracket finals. One more match, and they manage to beat out Alliance. They will be qualifying for ESL 1 Frankfurt. So big congratulations to them. HellRaisers still have a shot to make their way back through, but it's going to be through the lower bracket where they will be waiting for their opponents probably for the next 4 or 5 days. As we still have a lot of lower bracket matches to get through.